team's races you've been to?
Yes.
Okay, well, this, hey everybody, we're here at Ohio, Norwalk, for Summit Raceway. My biggest fan, Case, he brought me a little present, and he brought me a Chuck 55 neon light here. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna hang that in right in my workbench there. He also drew me a picture here. This is my favorite year Camaro. He drew me a happy birthday. It's just recently my birthday, and he drew me a 55 birthday gift here. And he's a pretty good artist here. He also drew this. You did this at school, or?
I did this at my house.
At your house. Well, then he also drew a spark plug here for me.
Yeah.
That's a pretty detailed spark plug. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Case and his family's here hanging out over the weekend with us, camping out, watching the races. He's become a really big fan, as you can tell. He's going to be a drag racer. He's actually started out. You've got a junior dragster you're working on, right? And what are you going to name? What are they going to call you?
The 55 Junior.
Case 55, right? Yeah. Case 55 Junior. So anyway, and it's going to be what color?
Red.
Red, for sure. But anyway, he's working on that, so we're excited to see that when he gets that done, and get him behind the wheel of that. We're gonna have to watch that, right? Yeah. But we had some good grudge races yesterday. We raced Monza. First round. We lined up, we had left lane. 13 cars racing for 6 spots, I believe. So it's like I said, the field's pretty tough, and in the race your way in group, there's not really a lot of there's not any ducks, you might say, but yeah, all the cars are getting faster. And raced Monza as a grudge race. We drew Brody Melton. He's racing his way in. Monza's also racing his way in. But we drew Brody Melton, and we raced him. As a matter of fact, I raced him in Colorado in a racer way in, and he beat me. But you know, I don't like to make excuses, but my throttle linkage fell off.
The other one I think should be fixed. So we just adjusted the throttle, and all of a sudden this broke. So what happened?
About 3/4 down the track, you know, and he clips me right at the end.
Yeah.
But so I drew him for the racer way in. We go up there last night. Here, the weather is like super good here. It's 70 degrees, and at night it's cooling down in the 60s. The corrected altitude is 600 feet, so that's probably the closest to sea level that we've ever ran our car. Not having a bunch of laps on our car and not ever running it in that good of air is kind of a crapshoot. So we put what we thought was adequate fuel for the 10,500, 800 RPMs, and put what we thought was enough fuel. Apparently it wasn't. We go out, we leave. We left. Brody and I leave, and I never seen him. But I was on a run. I mean, I could tell it was carrying the front wheels. I was probably 300 feet down the track, and bam, have a massive explosion. It was contributed by a lean pop is what they call it, but it gets both burst panels, lifts the blower off, big fireball. And the car stayed on fire. Of course, when that happens, you blow, you know, alcohol everywhere. It rips a bunch of lines, and you got alcohol and fuel and oil burning. So I'm rolling down. I'm trying to get things gathered up, get my chutes rode, and try to get the car stopped. The explosion, I guess, probably what made things get interesting so quick was when it exploded. The percussion came inside the car as well, but it popped the. This is a transmission. It's a carbon fiber transmission pan, and it dropped down, and you can see where it drug the front corner on the ground, and basically that was just creating a scoop for all that smoke and fire coming inside the cab. So we need to redesign that a little bit, maybe make it out of aluminum, or make it to where it can't pull the Zeus's through the carbon fiber, because you can see it was massive enough it just stripped the Zeus's plumb through the carbon fiber. But anyway, rolling down the track, still rolling pretty good. Smoke was just, I mean, it was fogging the inside. I couldn't hardly breathe. I was trying to get the car slowed down enough that I could jump out, and like I said, the car was still burning under the hood. I could still see flames. So I did get stopped. I get out of the car. The fire guys are there, and I'd already pulled my fire system. I had the cab going and the engine, and
I got a question.
It knocked it down some, but it didn't put it out by any means.
I got a question. That fire suppression system that you have on the 55, if you didn't have that, what would have happened?
Well, I mean, fire suppression is a man's best friend if you gotta have it. It's by all means probably not going to completely put it out, but it knocks it down enough. And we have a really trick fire system. It's SPA Techniques is the name of it, but it's a new fire suppressant agent that it's not the powder. It don't hurt the electronics. It don't make a big mess of everything, but it definitely knocked the fire down. But it don't make a huge mess. So it done its job, but like you have so much fuel and oil feeding the fire, it's just going to continue to burn once it knocks it down. So it lit back up, and it took, you know, several fire extinguishers. The fire crew at the end of the track was there waiting on me when I got stopped, and they jumped right on it and got it put out. Of course, the front end was still on, so we were trying to, you know, get the fire extinguishers poked through the sides and, you know, around the top, get it extinguished the best we could. But it definitely done some damage.
Could you show us a little bit?
Yeah, come out here and I'll kind of show you a few of the things that we messed up, and basically some of the damage. So the first thing that we noticed, of course, it lifted the blower. It shears the bolts off the blower. It's called lifting the blower. But it burned our restraints into. The fire was mostly pretty hot. As you can see, it discolored the bag. It was pretty rough on things. But the main thing was on the car. So when the explosion happened, the percussion of the explosion, it comes in. Of course, this is my belly panel. My transmission was right there, and that scooped down, and of course it was funneling smoke and fire up inside. But when it popped, it bulged. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a steel plate it bulged that and broke my windshield. So I got out, but the fire was rolling pretty good. You can see it burned all the lines, the fire was blazing through here pretty good. Burnt the wires, burnt some straps off. But these bolts are aluminum bolts that hold your blower on, and they're made to basically shear when you lift the blower to relieve some pressure. But it had so much pressure that, like I said, it bulged the deal. You can see the fire got up in here pretty good, but it was hot for quite a while. They were trying to get it extinguished, but we messed up the front end. Of course, it popped, blew all the juices out, blew the headlights out, messed the grill up. That stuff can all be fixed. But the burst panels, you can see it just wraps that aluminum completely around the burst panels. It's got one in the front, and on the back of the blower it got both of them. But other than just melting stuff and burning it up, we're gonna have our hands full getting back and tear this thing apart. It did put a rod through the bottom of the pan, so we had oil everywhere as well. But it was fueling the fire, definitely.
Well,
but we got our hands full to get it ready. We got 2 weeks before we go to let's see, is it North Carolina, I believe, is next. But we'll have it ready. It's gonna be a job, but we'll have it ready.
How long do you think you estimate reparation to everything that happened will take?
Oh, we're not gonna have any extra days. We're not gonna have any vacation days in the next 2 weeks to get it all ready and ready to race again in North Carolina. Like I said, we'll have to repaint the front, pull the motor, redo a lot. There's not gonna be any rest. Fred's gonna have some long hours. That's normal. I mean, yeah. But like I said, it could always been worse. They could have, we could have burnt the car down to the ground. But they got it put out, and it is what it is. We'll go again.
Never stops.
If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, and Case, I forgot to mention, Case also brought me a shirt for my birthday present. And I don't know if you can read this, but this is really pretty true.
Yeah.
He found that on he found it on Amazon, and I think he got his mom's credit card and ordered it.
Yeah.
But he brought that to me and said this is my birthday present. So
that's nice.
he takes care of me pretty good. But anyway, we'll get after this thing, get it fixed, and see you in North Carolina.